All right, thank you so much for being with us. Well, we try to stay on those topics that are making headlines in the news, and we have our friend Matt Hoffman come in to kind of break it down for us as we are breaking down the law. Let's talk about the Boy Scouts filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in Delaware. Now, the bankruptcy comes as a result of hundreds of lawsuits filed against the organization by men claiming to have been victimized while they were minors. Now, according to the organization, the bankruptcy filing will allow the establishment of a compensation trust for those alleged victims rather than fighting individual lawsuits. So let's kind of break down what led to the bankruptcy filing. Where did things go from here? And here to discuss the case, of course, as we said, Matt Hoffman. And Matt, this was something that you said would likely happen as a result of something that's recently happened under the law.
Yeah, in November, we talked about California passing legislation that basically had a revival statute.
Right.
And so starting January 1 of this year, there's a 3-year window in California where if you were a victim of sexual assault as a minor and your statute of limitations was previously gone, as long as you hadn't brought the case to a final judgment, you now could bring the case forward. And there's 8 states that have done this, but the ones that are most notable is California, New York, New Jersey, and Arizona. And I say they're most notable because of the large amount of people that have lived in those places over the years. So with that, you're seeing a groundswell of victims now coming forward. I mean, Boy Scouts already had these lawsuits.
Of course.
But now with the new laws, they're just, I have to imagine they're inundated with these. And they did say in their press release that was a large part of it, is that they see a lot of these new claims coming forward, and that's why they filed the Chapter 11.
Now talk about where this stands with regard to Nevada.
Well, for the citizens of Nevada, if you've lived in any of these states in the past and were a victim of sexual assault, this obviously applies to you.
Right.
But as far as Nevada goes, we don't have a look back or revival statute on the books. In 2017, it was extended. So it used to be that the statute of limitations for sexual assault as a minor was 3 years from the date you turned 18.
Got it. Okay.
Kind of harsh, especially with all the research that's come out where we know that people suppress this and it comes out later in life. So in 2017, the legislature extended that to 20 years. So 20 years from the date that you turn 18. And that's what's common in all these other states that have it. They've extended that as well. Also in Nevada in 2019, there was the law was revised so that the statute of limitations for sexual assault, if proven by DNA evidence, is essentially treated like murder. There is no statute of limitations. So if you're a victim of sexual assault, there's been DNA collected, and 50 years from now, the DNA matches and they get a hit, that person can still be convicted of the crime.
That's a big change.
It is a big change.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the interesting thing here is their choice of Chapter 11. I think that with Chapter 11, it's reorganization, so individuals can't use it. Right. So this is the Boy Scouts of America saying, look, we're not going out of business. We're just reorganizing it. We're going to continue our operations. All the local chapters are going to keep going. Right. But this is their way of stopping the lawsuits, not having to defend them, and then setting up, as you mentioned, a trust for victims to come forward, and they can file proofs of claim if they're not listed by the Boy Scouts in the filing. And it provides an organized way for victims to hopefully get compensation.
And as you said, this is something like that we're going to continue to see now that these statute of limitations have really just kind of been wiped away in some of these states.
I think that any youth organization, I mean the Catholic Church, obviously, we know, USA Gymnastics, USA Swimming, potentially. Anything dealing with youth sports in these large states, especially California, I think we're going to see a lot of these kind of claims coming forward.
Well, you called it. So we'll continue to keep you in the loop and obviously keep you in the loop as well, courtesy of Matt Hoffman, breaking down the law every Wednesday. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.